Video demonstration of microcoulomb chlorine analyzer installation and commissioning. Instrument composition. Component parts. Installation of agitator. Connect the power cord of the mixer. Connecting ground wire. Put the mixer into the chassis. Connect the data cable between the instrument and the computer. Plug in the power cord. Connect the ground wire on the back of the instrument and the computer host. Install oxygen pressure reducing gauge. Connecting air circuit. Adjust the gas flow as shown in the figure. Loosen the 4 screws at the bottom and back of the instrument. Open the upper cover of cracking furnace. Check whether all connecting wires are secure. Installing thermocouples. Install 2 thermocouples and connect a main line of the same color to 2 negative electrodes. Insert the quartz tube into the furnace and cushion the thermocouple root with high-temperature cotton to adjust the thermocouple height. Make sure that only the top can be seen from the furnace mouth. Install quartz tube. Wipe the quartz tube with absolute ethanol. Insert the quartz tube into the furnace. Make air circuit adapter. Connect the air pipe and quartz pipe. Be sure not to pinch the 2 air inlets of the quartz tube inward with 2 fingers at the same time. Plug the furnace mouth with high-temperature cotton and screw on the fixed baffle. Installing the injector. Loosen the 2 screws at the bottom of the sampler. Tighten the screws to secure the baffle. Adjust the height of the 4 support feet. Height level with quartz tube. Turn on the switch behind the injector. Adjust the injection speed to about 16. Take an injection needle and wrap the needle tip with filter paper on the left hand. Align the tip with the center of the silicone pad. 1 to 2 mm space shall be reserved between the root of the needle and the silicone pad. Click the forward button. Press the stop button when the injector stop pushes the injection needle to the bottom. Press the back button again. Lift the injection needle with your right hand and pull it out quickly. Turn on the leakage protector, fan switch and power switch on the back of the instrument host. Double-click Computer Interface Software System. Enter the system. Click Online. Click on the wiring. Set temperature. Wait for the instrument to rise to 850 and 650. Rinse the electrolytic cell. Placing the rinsed stirring seed into an electrolytic cell. Flushing the cell with fresh electrolyte for more than 3 times. Adding proper amount of electrolyte. Put the cell on the mixer. Clip on stainless steel clip. Connect it to a tropical zone. Turn on the power. Connect it to the electrode. From a high view, the 4 clips are connected in black, red, blue, and yellow. Collect the bias voltage when the instrument is working in the balance gear, and then confirm the value after it is consistent. If the bias voltage is less than 240 MV, flush the cell. Adjust the magnification to 2400. Adjust the integral resistance to 1K. Rotate the elemental state as liquid, select chlorine, and endpoint judgment is between 20 and 30. Switch the working gear to the baseline and observe whether the baseline is stable. If not, check whether the stirrer is not evenly mixed and whether the ground cable is connected firmly. If the bias voltage is 240 to 260, you do not need to adjust the bias voltage. If the bias voltage is higher than 265, you need to manually modify the bias voltage. The detailed method is as follows. Directly decrease the bias voltage by 5 mV each time. Confirm the value. The baseline peak value is reached. After the peak value is returned, continue to decrease until the voltage reaches 240 to 260. Draw appropriate standard sample. Wipe the needle with filter paper. Pumping back 1L. Insert quartz tube. The distance between the top of the sampling probe and the quartz tube is about 5 mm. Click Start, enter the injection volume and concentration, and click Injection. At the same time, click the Injector Forward button. At this time, the system appears peak pattern. When the peak pattern appears at the top of the corresponding peak pattern, the injection is completed. Repeat the same operation for 3 or more times. The range difference is less than 10, and the conversion rate is good. The conversion rate is between 75 and 135. Select the corresponding data, double-click to select 2 to 3 of them, calculate the average conversion rate, and then use the same standard sample to counter-label the stability of the instrument. Use another syringe, take samples, switch to sample file, modify sample name, and switch to injection. Press the forward button of the injector, pull out the syringe after the peak is finished, and check the test data. If the sample is within the normal error range, perform the sample test. Inject the sample 2 to 3 times, and the repeatability is good. Click Data Processing to query and print data. Remember, after the experiment is completed, the quartz tube and the electrolytic cell must be disconnected first before the origin can be closed. Otherwise, it is easy to cause electrolyte back suction to damage the quartz tube. Secondly, the fan power can be turned off after the cracking furnace is cooled for more than half an hour. Thanks for watching.